After our quick trip down to South Australia last week, we're back in the Northern Territory. We head straight up to Alice Springs as we missed that on the way down, base ourselves there for a few days and explore both Alice and the West Macs before heading back up through Outback Northern Territory and across to Queensland. Welcome to Alice Springs and welcome to a new episode.
Yeah, thanks for joining us again, guys. So this week we've arrived in the Alice. So we're going to be here a few days, check out the town and see what there is to do. Already just driving through the town, it's totally unexpected to what I thought it was going to be, which is a real pleasant surprise.
Yeah, really different.
And yeah, so we're going to check out a few things in town, a few points of interest there. And then obviously you got the amazing West Macdonnell Ranges right next door to Alice, which is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, definitely. And then when we're finished in Alice, we're going to head back up north, hang a right and head over to the Queensland border.
That's right, it's our last week in the NT this week, so that wraps up about 5-6 weeks in the NT, which has been amazing. Yeah, this place is just crazy, the NT, so yeah. It's so cool. But yeah, thanks for joining us again, guys, and let's go check out the Alice. We've come into Alice Springs to go to the visitor centre. Really surprised as to how much there is to do here.
Yeah, there's loads to do. Just trying to figure out what to do first. We've only got a few days here.
Yeah, we weren't imagining that we'd have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So while we're here, the car's nicely parked up. There is a dinosaur museum in town, Megafauna Central. So I think it's on here somewhere. So we're just going to find that and go and take a quick look.
This is way too much fun.
And we've now popped to the Central Australian Aviation Museum, another place that's free entry. We're actually quite surprised as to how many museums around here are free.
Yeah, we love free stuff.
We do love free stuff. So we're not too sure what's here. We can see there's a Royal Flying Doctor's plane behind us. But
yeah, there's a couple of big hangars here with a few massive planes. So it'd be interesting to check out what they are. And I don't know, hopefully we can kind of get in them and have a look inside them.
You never know, but yeah. I think it's probably just going to have a wander around. Sorry, Chris.
Okay. I'm on a plane again. Yay.
You were right. You did get to go in a plane.
Told you.
Wow. Look how much leg room you used to get.
So we haven't even been in Alice that long, and a few people have told us to check this place out. It's called the Alice Springs Desert Park, and it's like a desert zoo with all sorts of animals and things and experiences that you can do. So, you know what, I thought definitely worth checking out, as I love wildlife, love animals. Hannah's going to sit this one out, so it's just me. I'll see what this place is all about, and yeah, really looking forward to checking it out because I've heard such amazing things about it. And there's a few different shows you can do. So there's a bird show and a dingo feeding show and a few others. So hopefully get to check a few of those out while we're here as well. Right, so here we are, Alice Springs Desert Park. They've given me a map here. So there's a few different things I'm gonna check out. So at 2:45 they have a bird display, which is really cool. I've done one before, really looking forward to that. And then at 4:45 they've got a little dingo feeding as well, which I mentioned earlier. And there's also a movie, which he said definitely check out. So a few things to do here. This might take me a few hours to get around this park. But yeah, it's a lovely day for it. So it's really quiet here as well. So I've pretty much got the place to myself, which is awesome. Let's go see what we can find. Hey boy, it's a dingo. So come out to see what's happening, what the fuss is about. Hey boy. So I just saw the movie, and coming out of the cinema I'm just into the park now, going on the Spinifex trail, and I was just walking down here, and yeah, like there's no one else around, it's really dry, and look who I see, check this out. Oh, he's stunning. Hello. Oh, he's huge. He's got to be about like, oh, I don't know, 1.5 meters. Look at the size of him. Oh, wasn't expecting just to see that on a random trail here. This is awesome.
Daisies blooming, sundress swaying in the breeze. I can't stop staring. You've put a spell on me, and I hope that you never decide to set me free.
Oh, this place is fantastic. It's I'm literally the only person here. It's unbelievable. There's no one here, so I've got the whole place to myself. It just makes it so much better. The only person I've seen is a couple of rangers, that's it. But there's so much wildlife around here. There's so many birds, lizards. There's some kangaroos up ahead. I'm going into the nocturnal area in a second. But yeah, there's just so much wildlife out here. It's amazing just to walk around. So I'm in the desert section at the moment, which you may have noticed, and yeah, it's pretty hot out here, but yeah, just a really nice place, really peaceful place to come and explore, especially when you've got it to yourself.
It's the male magpie's job to protect his family from anything that he sees as a threat, and it's his job to teach his offspring who is the threat in an area. So if you have magpies around your home, best thing we can tell you to do is be nice to them. If you can avoid their nesting areas. These guys are really smart. They can remember upwards of 100 human faces for at least 15 years. So if you're mean, you retaliate at a magpie, they will swoop you, and then they'll teach their offspring that you're the person to swoop. There's a story of a farmer who went away for 15 years. When he was a kid, he threw pine cones and sticks at magpies. When he came back to the farm as an adult, those 15 years later, those magpies still remembered it and swooped him, and they hadn't been swooping people for years. So really smart, very complex social dynamics. My favorite quality about them is their singing voice. Now, it's too quiet. Into the mic, my friend. There you go, one more. Good job, buddy. Lovely. Very complex vocal ranges. Yeah, exactly. Love the enthusiasm. He appreciates it. Great vocal range, twice that of an opera singer, and they have really good mimicking skills as well. So this guy likes to do police sirens, ambulance calls. That first one you couldn't hear was a robot, so very cool guys.
Well, that's Alice Springs Desert Park. Really cool place. Really enjoyed it. I ended up spending like 4 or 5 hours there. Didn't realize I was spending so long there, but there's so many animals to see, like the dingoes, there's kangaroos, emus, loads of reptiles, loads of nocturnal things like bandicoots and bats and all sorts of things. So yeah, it was really, really good stop. Just getting in the car. It's a little pricey, like at $37. It's not cheap, but you know, if the money goes into maintaining the enclosures and making all the animals happy, then I'm all for it. You can also do a nocturnal tour as well, which is $30. Come back at night and see all the nocturnal animals, which sounds really cool, but I think we'll do it next time. So yeah, if you're ever in the Alice, definitely worth checking this place out. And the fact that it was so quiet. No, it can't normally be that quiet. I think I counted 5 other people that I saw going around. When I was at the bird show, there was me and 2 others. So it was absolutely dead. So it felt like I had the whole place to myself. But yeah, if you're ever in the Alice, definitely worth checking out.
We've headed out west from Alice to the West Macdonnell Ranges, or the West Macs.
West Macs,
as the locals call it.
Yeah. So here we're going to do the Ghost Gum Walk. Really wanted to do the Pound Walk, which is like 8.5k, but Hannah's not keen, and we probably don't have enough time anyway.
Yeah,
so.
we want to. It's either we just do this,
yeah,
and then
see
we
some
go
other
back,
things.
or yeah, we do the shorter walk
and see some other things.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we'll do the shorter walk, which is still going to be spectacular, called the Ghost Gum Walk through Ormiston Gorge. And yeah, I think we get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Wow, it's a stunning gorge, isn't it?
It's incredible.
So I think the Pound Walk kind of comes around the gorge there, so it must kind of travel further in the gorge, which would be really cool to do, but got other things we need to see. But yeah, really spectacular. There's an amazing waterhole here as well, which apparently you can swim in, but it looks pretty stagnant and dirty, so probably not right time of year, I guess. But, so we've done the Ghost Gum Walk, which is kind of like a cliff walk up here, you can see there. And then the next bit is doing it via the waterhole, so we go through the gorge. So yeah, should be a good return back to the car park. What do you think, Han?
Yep, definitely.
Ready for it?
We're now here at Ellery Creek Big Hole. This is one of the largest permanent waterholes in the West Macdonnell Ranges. And what's really interesting is we're just reading the boards again, as we do. And 300 million years ago, when this big collision happened and created the Macdonnell Ranges, the Macdonnell Ranges were actually as tall as the Himalayas at that point. And then over time, over the last 300 million years, it's kind of eroded and eroded and eroded till we're left, and it's sort of, you know, sort of made the most of all of the weaknesses in the sandstone, and we're left with the current Macdonnell Ranges as they are now. This is our last day here in Alice Springs. We've come back out to the West Macdonnell Ranges.
West Max.
Yeah, the West Max. And today we are doing the Standley Chasm.
Yeah.
So it's the only spot in the West Max that actually has an entry fee. So it's $12 per adult. I think it's $30 for a family. Unless you're an NT resident, in which case it's $1.
Yeah. It's a little disappointing there's an entrance fee, to be completely honest, but yeah, that's okay.
We've seen, I suppose if you spread it out across the whole national park, we've
seen some amazing stuff for free, I suppose, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So hopefully this isn't a disappointment and it's worth the entry fee.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be interesting to compare, well, I shouldn't compare it to Echidna Chasm in Bungle Bungles, but that was fantastic. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this is like.
We're here in the chasm. It's a little bit breezy. It's kind of a bit of a wind trap. So hopefully you can hear this all right. The water is actually running underneath the ground here. The Aboriginal word for Standley Chasm is something that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, but it basically means where the water moves through the West Max. And even though we can't see the water, it is here. We're not going to have a site like this for much longer. We're in the middle of October and international flights are going to start kicking off in the next few months. But for the last 2 years, Alice Springs Airport has been a car park for planes, both domestic and international. There must be at least 100 planes parked here. It's incredible.
After a few days in Alice, it was a good few days exploring Alice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good.
Back on the road again.
Back on the road.
On the road again. Heading north this time. Back on the road, just driving as far as we can, I think, today.
Yeah, we'll be free camping it tonight, so
yeah, we're going to
see where we end up.
We're going to do a bit of a run of free camps over the next few weeks, so just while we've got the opportunity out here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
water tanks are full.
Yeah, tanks are full. Got some spare food, fuel, water. So we're ready to go.
Yeah, we're pretty self-sufficient at the moment.
Yeah.
Battery's full.
Yeah, that's right. So keep heading north, and then we're going to hang a right at Three Ways and head towards
Queensland.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, it'll be our last week in NT this week. So we've got a few days and a few free camps, and then we'll hit the border and head into Queensland, and we've got a few cool things planned in Queensland.
I think we only have one stop before the border. We haven't done our Queensland permits yet, so as soon as we get some reception, that's a bit of a priority. Yeah,
you can only book your permit into Queensland 3 days before, within 3 days of we're getting into Queensland. So it's very different to WA, SA and NT. But every state's different, of course, which is a little frustrating.
I know.
But yeah, we're heading into Queensland, and I think there's going to be quite a lot of driving over the next couple of weeks, just as we make our way to the east coast.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of distance to cover.
Yeah, exactly, and they're not the most interesting roads either.
No.
But anyway, we're going to keep going for another couple of hours, stop for lunch, and then find somewhere to set up for the night.
See where we end up.
Yeah.
We've parked up just north of Barrow Creek. We haven't gone quite as far as we planned to go, but we found this free camp. It's called Matt's Quarry, and the reason we've stopped here is because it's video editing or video uploading night tonight. So we needed to have somewhere where we had internet, and we're just about maybe 1 kilometre north of Barrow Creek of the roadhouse. So we've got really good reception here. It's a lovely quiet spot with the first people here. It's fairly flat, and it means that we do have quite a big driving day tomorrow. Just because we were planning to probably go another 130 kilometres, but as internet is so hard to find as you're travelling up Central Australia, we thought we'd make the most of having it here, and it seemed like a great spot, so we'll just have to have an early start tomorrow. Great stay at Matt's Quarry last night.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, we ended up being the only people there. It was lovely and quiet. There's barely any road noise.
Yeah, it's a really quiet road to say it's Stewart Highway.
Yeah.
That section's pretty quiet. There wasn't many trucks or cars or anyone going past.
No, I had a great night's sleep.
Yeah, it was good. A bit hot.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it was alright.
Yeah, we had the skylights open, and in the bathroom we'd got the little fan going there, and we got the 2 Sirocco fans either side of the bed going just to try and cool it down. I think it got down to about 24 in the Caravan overnight.
Yeah. Well, we used the little bathroom fan because it can suck in air or blow it out. So we suck in air at night when it's nice and cool, and it brings a cool breeze in.
Yeah, it was really nice.
We're very clever.
It was a good tip actually, because the Sirocco fans are just circulating air that's already in the Caravan. But, so yeah, we had a great night's sleep, and we are now setting off. It's Sunday morning.
Yep.
And we are setting off north again. We are going to be turning right onto the Barclay just after Tennant Creek.
Yep, that would be good.
Yeah, we'll have a quick stop at Tennant Creek, fill up with fuel.
Yeah.
And start heading east towards Queensland.
Yeah, it'd be exciting to do that right-hand turn and stop heading north for a change on this damn road. I'm a bit sick of this road.
Yeah.
Need a bit of new scenery.
Well, it was only, a couple of weeks ago that we were driving on this road in the other direction.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a bit of fresh road to drive along.
Yeah, so we'll see how far we get. We may cross the border, we may not today. We're not really sure. So ideally we will cross the border and we'll stay at a little spot in Camberwell. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah,
we might not make it that far.
Yeah, if we don't, it's no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. That would mean a 700k drive, which is a pretty long drive. So
yeah,
we'll see how we go.
Yeah, so we'll be doing another night of free camping. We have our tanks are down to 75 and 75%.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Our battery's currently sitting at high 80s, I think.
Yeah, it'll be charging now.
Yeah, because we did use it a bit last night. But yeah, I think we're good to go. We've still got plenty of food.
Yeah, we haven't eaten too many food yet, so we've still got plenty to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see where we get to today, I reckon.
We're back to 3 ways.
Here we go, ready? I'm going to turn my indicator on.
Okay, here we go. We're going to Queensland.
Oh, Archie's excited. Yeah, look at him. Alright, let's go east for a bit.
Woohoo!
Archie's really excited.
thanks for joining us for another week. We have just arrived here at the Queensland border.
Yeah, it's been a lot of driving the last couple of days. I've been in the car for hours and hours and hours, and I'm a bit sick of it. But yeah, it's been really cool in Alice, really cool to check out Alice and a few outback spots. Had a few good free camps, which is really cool. And now we're just about to head into Queensland, and we'll probably be here for the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot here now.
Yeah.
We are going to brave going a bit further north.
Yeah.
But we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's really hot. It's getting to the hottest temperatures we've had in the trip so far, which is a little surprising because I thought it'd be hotter in NT and North WA. But
and
anyway.
especially with having Archie as well, we've
Yeah.
got to be really mindful of the heat.
Yeah, he doesn't like the heat. He's got a big fur coat on.
But
yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, on another episode. Please don't forget to subscribe and give us a comment and leave a like as well. That helps us out a lot.
Definitely great having you with us, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, when we explore Queensland.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.